Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you the Lucena position, and I'm going to show you 5 positions and try to explain it as well as possible. So in this game, you have a rook and a pawn, and your pawn is behind your king, and your opponent has a rook and a king. So in this exact position, guess what the best move is, and if you said king e8, you would be correct. Sorry, I don't have the letters on the board. It's not a big problem though. You don't really need to know what the letters are. You can slide your king to the side because their king is in front and the rook cannot check you. So in this position, they play rook to the side, threatening checkmate because they could checkmate you. If you promote to a queen, they could checkmate you. So first you need to play check, and that is the correct move. And then they play king here, and now you can promote because this is not checkmate anymore. You can just run away. If he takes, you take. Checkmating with a rook and a king is fairly easy. If you're learning this before that, I would suggest learning how to checkmate with a rook and a king. So in this position, your king has no squares to go, so it cannot be correct to move your king first. Your pawn can also not move. So the position could be any of these moves of the file and the row and the file. I don't know what they're called. So guess what it is, and if you said rook f1 or this square, you would be correct. Checking the king. If the king goes here, you can just run in front of it like we did before, and there isn't really much that black can do. You can just promote your pawn pretty easily. So if he runs the other way, you need to go run your king out, but if you run your king out, he's going to check you. So what you want to do is play it to the 4th, which is very interesting. You could also put it behind, but I'm not going to go over that today. That could be, yeah, this is the Lucena position. It's called the Lucena bridge, and putting your rook on the 4th rank allows you to do something pretty cool in my opinion. After he plays just a random move like rook forwards, it says rook d2 is the best move. Honestly, it doesn't make a big difference of where you go. This is D. No, that's E. So this is D. It doesn't make a big difference where you go. Now, white goes here. If black checks you, your white king goes in front of the pawn. Now, if black checks you, this is where you do not want to run out the rook early because then he'll take your pawn. So instead, you go to the side, sidestepping, still defending your pawn. Now, you might want to ask, like, why is your king behind your pawn and you can't promote it because he's here? However, a really cool move. After he checks you. Okay, well, sorry, I clicked down. Whoops. So if he goes here, we'll say he goes here. You play here. But we'll go over that later. We'll say he checks you. You go king up, attacking this square so you can interject. And now you interject and he can't do much. If he goes to the side, you just promote. If he takes your rook, you take. He can't stop your pawn in time. You get a queen. And checkmating with a queen and a king is easier than a rook because you can just use the queen as a rook. So very easy position. Now I will show you how to do it. Okay, sorry, that's the next one. So now I'll show you another position. If he doesn't go to the side and he goes towards the center, if you play the bridge here, he can go here, which is kind of annoying. So going to the back is very good for you because if he attacks you now, you can go to the here. But if he goes like something like here, you can just go here. Your promotion square is defended by 2 and he's just attacking it by 1, so you should be completely winning. If he does attack you, you can drop back to the bridge position, and we know this position. If he plays here, you just go here. If he plays here, then you go here. Then he plays check, you play king here, defending your pawn still. Then he plays I guess rook back here, you play king here, he goes rook here, and you interject with your rook. So we know that position already. Now, after this position, your king's in front of your pawn. Why do I keep doing that? Okay, so in this position, king to the side. You want to go to this square. We already know where we are, right? We're middle of the position. We're defending here. His king's enough far away that we can do this. His king has to be 2 squares away, or else our pawn won't be able to promote without him being able to attack it first. If his king was here, he could go here and defend the promotion square, and it might be a draw. Wow, my voice is destroyed. So we have king to the side. Rook going forward, still defending the promotion square. If he went to the sides, then he would just get promoted and it would just be game over. So we have rook forwards now, because instead of going here or instead of going here, because earlier in the last one we looked at what if he checks you here, right? Then we go here, then he checks you again, and then we block. But now he's not checking you and he's staying defending the pawn, like what I was saying earlier, but it was the wrong position. Instead of going here, what you play is rook here to go with your king so you can interject on a better square. So you go here, he drops back, he's just going back and forth. He can't do much. If he takes your pawn, you take him, and you're just going to win with a king and a rook. If he doesn't take your pawn, he can't do much. Now you put your rook in between. If he checks you again, you just run in between, and you can either promote or, like, I don't know. It's very easy to win this position. Okay, last position. Your king, rook, and pawn. Your pawn's on the 6th. If you play rook a8 here, you're completely winning, and you would be correct if you guessed that's what it was. I didn't give you any time. I'm sorry. It's okay. In the next videos, when my voice actually works, I might format them a little bit better. Yeah, so rook has not many options. Like, he could take your pawn, you take, and you're just up a rook. He could go to one of these squares. He could just go back and forth. So he just goes back and forth. We have king to the side. He's going to check you. The problem with this is you do not want to go here. Wait, you do. Sorry. You don't want to go here, because then he'll take it. In this position, now that he's no longer attacking your pawn, you can go there. And then when he attacks it, you push it, and you're in the Lucena position that you already know. Please remember it, because all you got to do is go to the 4th, go to the bridge, get your king in front of your pawn, make sure he's 2 squares away from your thing. You can just check him to force him out. Maybe go to, like, this square, check him. If he goes in front, remember, you just go here. If he goes away, forwards, remember, you just got to go here. Or, sorry, you got to go all the way. Then he'll drop back. Then you go here, and you can just form the bridge, and it should be pretty easy. Thanks for watching. If you did, I don't know how many people didn't or did, but please comment fork to confuse the people in the comments. I don't know who's going to be here, but hopefully someone comments fork. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.